Hello, 1, 2, 3. Can you all hear us? Whoever, if you're on, please let us know. We're just adjusting. Okay, I think that's fine. Hello, everyone. You'll let us know if you can hear us. We are just going to tap into the frequencies and align at this time. Hello, Jason. So lovely to connect with you. Can you hear us, by the way? Jason, can you hear us? Please let us know. Thank you for connecting with us today. Wonderful. Yay. Hello, everyone. Hi, guys, child. Hello, beautiful soul. We trust you're well. Thank you for joining. Yay. Fantastic. And let us know if there's any static. I would try to not touch the fabric, but we do move a bit. So let us know if there's any static and we'll do what we can to adjust. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, we are still a little early, about 5 minutes, so we will just connect and whatever you need, water, whatever you feel you need with you, you can bring through. Water, yes. These messages and integrations, any of the energy work is quite hydro intensive, we have found. So water helps to just align and to process all of the light codes and the energy. Allows a nice fluidity. Okay. Nice energies always with everyone here. Immediately we feel ourselves moving in an infinity flow. We're just feeling that energy. So it's very interesting. Hello, Crystal Illuminous. I'm grateful to be able to enjoy all here and evolve together. Indeed, it's such a beautiful space to be here. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for being here. This is such a lovely time with all of you, and we're so blessed to be able to share it with all of you. Okay. Okay. We're just anchoring all the energies and the frequencies that wish to join us anchoring them through. Just excuse us for a bit. Amazing. We are feeling an infinity sway, and everyone, we're just feeling this. This is the energies. As soon as we felt everyone weave and join. Jason actually started us off with this movement, so thank you, Jason. What are you weaving with us? Creating Kim. Good day, everyone. Good day, Kim. Thank you for joining us. Hmm. Every time someone comes on, we feel a new frequency added. Such fun. Hello, hello, beautiful being. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, lucky and lovely. We appreciate you. Hello, beautiful beings. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Receiving a bit more. Everyone who's watching, feel yourself sway almost into an infinity frequency. You don't have to make an exaggerated infinity. We're not really creating the shape in a huge way. It's just feeling as though the base of your spine is slowly just drawing an infinity frequency. And so the base of your spine is doing that beautiful movement, and you're just allowing everything to flow. Mm. It can be as big a range or a smaller range as you wish. If you do not want to use your whole body, you may weave using your hand. As you see, our hand just went through and it's doing its own thing. Whatever feels fluid, to just weave. Just flow with those energies, go with those energies. Feel this movement, this weaving, this frequency of flow. And just stay here for a little bit. The movement, Raturosh, assists to anchor Ritiriesh Talavarosh, what we're receiving at this time. Viatur Talovariesh Kiatir. Riatur Talovariesh Riatir. Riatur Talovariesh Riatir. Okay. Riatur Talovariesh, a bit of a resistance here. We're just gonna iron it out. There we go. Riatur Lavariesh Karatir. Hello, Princess Power Ranger. Sending you so much love. Hello, everyone. Sending you all so much light and love. Love and light to you too. Beautiful being. Follow the rhythm. We're just flowing in an infinity flow. Any frequency that feels like an infinity frequency flow, using either your body or your hands. We're just weaving and feel the energies as they now become a bit more palpable. Karaturosh talaviria vir, kiaturosh talaviria varesh, riatiresh riazuro riavir. Talavaros, talavaros, reavires, kiritaros, talavaros, reavir, kiatur, taloveria, riries, calatur, talavir, taloverias, tavurias, talavuria, viries, riataros, taratirias, viavirias, viavirias. And now you can just sway backwards and forwards as though you are feeling the waves wash upon the shore and sweep back. And it's this energy ebbing and flowing through you and without you and back to you. And just feel this flow of energy as it ebbs in and out of your frequency. Viriajur talo viriagiria zaravigiria turosh. Raising the frequency kiatosh talo viria vir zaragiria vir. Ria viria loviriesh rati. Okay. Thank you. A bit of a loosening. Hello, Vanessa. A bit of a clearing. So saying we wish the energy to be a little bit fluid and buoyant and bouncy and just easy going before we start. Okay, we're going to connect with a meditation to begin, and then we will speak on what we are receiving at this time. Okay. What we're receiving always is unique for your frequency. And today's offerings, what we're receiving, it's a shift to assist you to really integrate your frequency more and 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 more at this time. Okay, deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in, hold, kiaturosh talavariesh, kitur talavarosh, kiatiriesh talozet tariesh. Deep breath out, release. And deep breath in, hold, kiaturosh talavaries, kiaturosh talavir, kiaviries, kiatur. Deep breath out, release. And deep breath in, hold. Kirivaresh, talozaros, taloziries, kiatur, talovaros, kiaviries, kiaturosh. Deep breath out, release. And a deep breath in, hold. Kiraviries, talozaros, kiaturosh, talovaries, kiaziries. And a deep breath out, release. One more time, deep breath in, hold. Kiriviriesh, talozarosh, riaviriesh, riaturosh, talovariesh, and a deep breath out. Keep breathing in and out, centering on your breath. As you deep breath in, more and more frequencies align and you feel more within your source frequency, more within your energy, more within your co-creative energies of source, increasing your frequency, increasing your energy grid. Releasing all that doesn't serve, clearing the energies for this session, and anchoring you right into the heart of your source core. Understanding that you are source, and the source frequency is within you as you. And you are here operating as the source you are to discover how the source you are materializes in this physical realm. There is a reclaiming of your source frequency, anchoring it more firmly into your grid, and a reclaiming of the relationship you have with source at this time. So we are just going to connect right there at the core of your source frequency, allowing the source energy within you, that frequency of creation within you, to radiate through each and every single cell of your body, to permeate every single frequency, to have a feel, to have almost a weight to it, that you're really feeling the source frequency within your grid, raising your frequency, raising the intensity, allowing you this beautiful anchoring of source, this beautiful energy of source within you. Riaturia vikriesh kiaturosh talovan. Viatosh, viatosh, kiaturash kari. Riviaroturos talaviriesh kiaturos kiriash talaveros. Riziriash kiavuriaturos. Kiriaviriash kiriavuros talava. Kiriaturos talava kivie riati. Kiriaturos talovi. Kiriaturos talovi kirivi kriave. Kiriaturos talove. Talove, talove, talove. Kiavi, kiavi. Raising the frequency more and more and more. Kiavi, kiavi. Embodiment of source. Okay, we are ready to begin. Hello, Khadi. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so pleased to have you with us. Greatest light and love to every being. Yes. Okay, beautiful beings. So, the relationship with Source. This is the healing at this time. And it is a powerful healing, for it is finally shifting everyone who is here awakening in truth to claiming and experiencing and being your source frequency. This earth is a realm of learning, the planet Earth. It is a physical, one would think, playground, a physical realm, school of learning. And when you appear on this realm, when you come upon Earth, this Earth frequency, you then witness your frequency in physical form. You are able to witness your being take physical shape and form. Now, when Earth was created, we and other beings before humans would come through and your frequency would manifest exacting. So, the dragon frequency, there would be dragons. The unicorn frequency, there would be unicorns. All the other frequencies, the galactics, whoever was, when they would come through on Earth, would then take on the shape and the form they were. So this was a place where you could come in this realm and poof, you literally see how you look like in the physical, and you literally engage in your abilities and your power in the physical, and you get to experience the abundance of this energy. And you got to, it was a surprise. Everything was a discovery, a surprise. So when you came through, oh, the angelic realm, oh, look, oh, what is that? It's I think they call it a halo. Oh, what on earth? What's it doing? Okay, what are wings? Okay, interesting. And then, so it's all these discoveries of how we all look like and how this energy within us works. And because it was born of discovery and source, it was love, it was good. It didn't take away from anyone. It didn't take away from the other being. You were happy to explore and discover who you were openly and utterly. A paradise. For to allow yourself being and the discovery, you do not need to tear anyone down. There is no need to control. There was no control. You would simply come into this beautiful land, every frequency, witnessing what it was, exploring it, and then meeting other frequencies and co creating in this form and enjoying how all your energies weave together. Beautiful. It was then thought, okay, let us then allow for a frequency which is of this realm. We all came to this realm. Let us allow for a frequency which is of this realm, born of this physical realm. The human. And they came through. And they also experienced and they explored. and they enjoyed the energies. And we encouraged them to be free and to discover what they are, to not listen to others telling them who and what they are. Release the fruit of knowledge. Allow yourself to just be your energy and discover freely. We had not quite anticipated that the human frequency would be so physical, that they would have a disconnect to the source energy. And after a while, illusion took hold, where then they started to operate according to what others told them, what others felt would suit them. And naturally, over the years, this illusion frequency took hold, and the earth energy then manifested in frequencies of illusion apart from itself. And, well, of course, any being coming through would then be able to find themselves and be a part of that energy too. So many beings creating the absence of source would come through, and they would also experience themselves in the absence of source. It caused a bit of a hmm, madness and illness, where beings no longer connected to the heart of the frequencies of creation, but rather would be destructive and would manipulate and would tear down and would enslave, abuse, and kill to illusion, to dreams, to ideas which aren't existing, a madness, not truth. For source is a discovery. Yes, source has the wisdom and the information of all of creation, yet it allows itself to discover itself every moment. It doesn't define itself with all its wisdom. I wonder how I look like when I'm there. Now that energy is free to be all that it is, and source is also not confined, it's also free to birth all that energy through. So, this realm is a realm that honors the frequency. You come in and you see exactly what you are. It's simply what it does. It's a school, it's a learning field. It so happened that a few of us, you and a few others, also wished to explore who they are and what they look like. Truly. Also wanted to see how it would be here. And yet, to come through here, there were energies a bit too dense for us to be able to see ourselves in our clarity. If you can imagine, you come from a very high dimensional frequency. And yet, the earth here, the energies of illusion, of the lower frequencies, are of a pitch which you can't really meet. You're operating over here, the earth is operating here. You can't really anchor. They're not a vibrational match. So you said, okay, well, then we shall go to earth. We shall then take on a human form. Then we shall release and take away all these energies that are preventing my energy to integrate. Not only will I then heal and learn and transmute and release those energies from earth, it'll also assist that earth energy to then raise to a dimensional frequency where then we can be seen, our abilities can finally come through. And also, naturally, it'll assist then the humans to release the illusion, the conditioning. Source would like all of us to reclaim the purpose of Earth. For many of us are caught up in the human energy, trying to assist or trying to, what's our purpose? How do we heal the frequency? How do we lift the frequency? What is our purpose in the frequency? We want to heal, want to heal. And Source is saying, technically, that actually wasn't the goal of you being here. You came here to witness how your energy looks like in the physical. And when you came here, you received the conditioning. And the conditioning then put Source outside of your body into a fiction of religious or spiritual or cultural beliefs, whatever. So Source is now outside of you. And that distorted your view and that distorted who you are, and you forgot why you are here. And in that forgetting, yes, you were able to then be within the human frequency, feel the distortion, not really agree with it, clear the energies because you are that power and you are that powerful and you're that masterful and you're that wise. And as you do so, slowly you are able to clear the energies which would disrupt or disallow you from anchoring your frequency, from your energy materializing in this physical realm. However, along the path, because you could feel the source within you and how you operate, you sort of see the humans where they operate, and then there's a bit of a judgment, which is natural because we don't want them to suffer, so we want to assist them. And then that causes the focus to be a bit distorted. And the more we focus on their path and what they're doing, the more you take on their energies and their frequencies, and the more the way they see the world is still applied upon you. We had quite a powerful download 2 days ago where it was a bit of a shock. We had to sort of sit and process. Where Source says, understand, we are within you. We have always been within you. We are you. We have always been you. And we came to this physical earth to see how we would look like. So that's you. You are the physical we are. But you got conditioned into believing that we are not with you, but we are outside of you. And you also got these names and these ideas and these other beings and everything else inside of you. We, understanding that what you believe is what you give power, then had to utilize the information you were believing to assist you to come back. So, whatever you believed, that was what we had available to us to assist you to come back. So, in utilizing these frequencies and these energies you believed, we were able to guide you back. However, that sort of made you believe in them even more, these external beings. And that was okay. However, that's not really real, all those external frequencies. They were told to you. And because they were told to you and you believe them, and now they're there in your imaginings and in your feeling and in your grid, that's how you see spirit. That was the best way we could then heal you to you, because our priority has always been to discover how we look like on earth, meaning we had to awaken you back to who you truly are, first and foremost. When we do that, you then operate as the source you are, thus love, because then you are the expression, the highest frequency of your grid. And we ask now, and this is a big ask, they say, that you now release the idea that all these external beings are out there, and understand that you are that external being. Within you, you are that source frequency. Within you, that creates a shift, as you can all feel as we say these words. Okay, so all of those beings we talk of, they are not really there. Hmm. If you can imagine that all of those beings that were there, channeling and anchoring, were what you had been told are there. So those frequencies were able to assist in the capacity you believed they would, for we were using those frequencies to assist you to awaken. Okay. And now, if you can imagine that all those frequencies are actually up to date source like you are, so they're not bound by how you saw them or how you were given the information. They're actually quite free. So they are within you, as you, right now, collectively. Because when you are at source, you're at the source of all things. So, yes, naturally, you can feel all of creation. Yet you are told what creation looks like. And creation had specific people, specific beings, specific names, specific powers. So, right now, we, as Source, are trying to shift your understanding that Source has never ever been an external frequency of gods and goddesses and all these frequencies telling you who and what to be. That was the illusion, the stories given, and we simply operated through them to assist you to awaken. Now that you are at Source, you no longer need to utilize those external energies. You can simply just be that one source energy. And finally, step one, come to Earth and discover what you do, what you look like. Understanding that the conditioning that you went under and all the energies that you took on through the conditioning were a way for you to heal your energy back to you. If you can imagine, you are this frequency of love, absolute love. But there's a frequency of fear on earth which is counter to you. So if you came to earth, you would not be able to experience the love you are. So instead, you had to then release it, take on that fear, transmute that fear away to love. Now, finally, that fear no longer is on earth, and you can finally then experience the love you are. There's no more opposing frequencies. And that is why the earth frequency is shifting and rising higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, because it's not only you awakening, it's you literally transmuting and healing and shifting and clearing the dense frequencies which would intercept, which would restrict, which would hinder us from hinder the physical, also from mirroring us, from showing us that which we truly are. Okay. So we thought about this for a while. Okay, interesting. And then we started thinking, asking, okay, so then what about those beings? Are they really there? No. Okay. What about those beings? Oh, they were there, but they're no longer in existence. That was a very long time ago. And then we asked, but why can we still feel them? Just because they no longer exist doesn't mean they're not there. Their frequency, their energy, their source is still in source. They're simply no longer in a physical manifest energy that no longer exists here. Just like in a few million years, perhaps, thousands even, who knows, the human frequency might no longer be in a physical form. Humans might no longer be if the earth ices over. Okay. But the human frequency is still very much there, and one can still tap into it should they want to then receive healing from the humans who were here and receive the understanding of what they experienced when they were here. and access the skills that they had when they were in the existence. Time is very different in source, not so linear. So just because you're not physically there or physically available at that present moment doesn't mean you're not there. Okay, we understood that. Source would like each of us to mend the relationship between us and Source, meaning, however you have ever imagined Source to be, let it go completely. Mm. Source says, as you now awaken to the understanding that you literally are Source, this God force energy creating, and that you came through here to witness how your God source creative power would look like in this physical realm, you would understand that you are the one to weave and create your abundance in everything you are, and you won't hold imaginary beings responsible for it or wait for them to grant it for you. Many of us are expecting an external source to grant things. And they say that doesn't exist. You are source. And as you allow yourself to discover what you are and to honor what you receive, in that honoring of you, you are now creating in the highest energies of abundance, of wealth, of prosperity, because you're now in the frequency of source, not without it. You're within the authentic creation, not within the illusion. So you are no longer operating in the abundance of lack. You're operating in the abundance of wealth. No longer operating in the abundance of illness. You're in the abundance of health. No longer in the abundance of anything which you don't want, unwanted. You're now in the abundance of everything wanted because you are now aligning wanting you, your source frequency, wanting it to be here and wanting it to show itself to you. And I said, okay, interesting. And in that space, we now heal everything in this physical world to the higher spectrum of abundance, where everybody has that abundance of wealth, that abundance of health, that abundance of well being, that abundance of goodness, that abundance of whatever it is you really want. Because now you are allowing the source within you, you are allowing yourself to create yourself. You're receiving from the fruit of source, the fruit of you. You are one with the shadow, you are one with the light. You are the divine feminine, you are the divine masculine. Right now, in this space, you are truly physically operating and co creating and experiencing the physical tangibility of the light, the divine masculine realm. Within, in the shadow, is all that you are, the power, the skills, the wisdom, the creative power of you, the creative power of you, all of you. And this is to be birthed into the light for you to experience and see, and then for you to action upon. You are that source energy birthing yourself into the light to experience the source you are. This weaving allows everything on earth to also now remember and integrate source. Thus, yes, you can feel the trees speak. They're more vibrational. Yes, the animals are literally communicating with you. Yes, you can literally feel the air. Yes, you can feel the sun. Yes, everything is now source, witnessing itself. For this is a realm where the frequencies witness how they happen to look like on Earth, in this physical, at this time. The stillness and the slowness and the sluggishness of the manifesting and the productivity wasn't due to you. And it's so important that you know this, that you've all done the work so very well. You've all done the work so very well. Has not a failing upon you. It's not you doing not enough. For Source can see you're all still trying to find your purpose, trying to find your mission, trying to see how you can. And Source is saying, oh, if you only knew being, you just being is literally doing everything. That is literally your purpose. Being there and discovering how you look like, how you be, what happens, where you flow to. And as you allow yourself this being state, you now open up the channels for that which you are, your source frequency, to come through. If there is anything that challenges the source frequency from coming through, you then see this frequency. Sometimes you take it in and transmute it. Sometimes you see it and you release it. So whatever would stop you, 2020 perfect vision, whatever is stopping you from being the love, from being the truth, from being the source you are seeing, you're experiencing, you're calling into it, and you're releasing it now consciously and cognitively. Before, when you were unawakened, you were doing it quite unconsciously because you took all these frequencies and they didn't feel right, and you just felt, no, it's time for this to go. So, Source is saying, right now, a beautiful miracle has occurred where enough of us have anchored in our source frequencies to such an extent and with such precision, we have been able to bridge the distance between your source frequency and the physical. So that catching up space is finally being bridged. This is the part that takes processing. Source says now we see you're all just expecting things just to come through, plum, plum, plum. And they're saying they will. Your manifestations, everything you want will come through. Now, however, you are to be the source. Whatever is at your ease, whatever it is that brings you ease, just be that. Apply that. And now apply the same energy, intensity, enthusiasm you had when you were conditioned. Remember, when you were conditioned to do things and you just went for it. They're saying, now should you apply that energy upon that which brings you ease, no matter what it is. Because at ease, that's your source frequency coming through, no matter what it is. You will witness that the physical manifestations and the flow coming to support you comes a lot easier. So you are no longer tapping into the abundance and the wealth and the health and the riches of the illusion and the limits of that. You are now accessing the abundance, the wealth, and the health and the riches of your infinite source frequency. That's limitless. That is limitless. and things will come into your life faster, more efficient, in unbelievable, extraordinary ways, because they're now honoring your source frequency, which hasn't been defined or described or told to you. So you have no idea what to expect. And because you have no idea what to expect, that frequency that's manifesting is now free to also be whatever it wants to be in its abundance. So there's now an abundance, a richness in every single thing you are experiencing on earth. And it's important that you understand that's the point, for you to come and to experience your source frequency manifest in the physical in abundance. Because in your abundance, then it's a clear image of you. If you look at the sun shining, it shines in abundance. It's not hesitating, it doesn't work itself up. And so all of us now at our source are just to be at our abundance there. The physical couldn't quite catch up, but now it can. And those are the integrations happening, which is why it's important now, the relationship between you and source, to be healed to what it truly is. You being source. You being source. You being that energy. Many of us, source is saying, still honor these external beings, and causes the distortion because that's not really real. You were told about these external beings, and we as source had to then utilize these beings to assist you to remember who you are. We would use any way available to awaken you to the source power you are. Because why? We would never lose you. We would never let you go. We would never let source go. So the relationships that we have made with these teachers and these guides, we are asked to release. In gratitude, but to release. Just as we released the illusion, we're asked to release these mystical beings we have come to know and to form relationships with. For Source is saying, we, through the imaginations and the tellings of you, we use that information to assist you to come back. But now release that information. Because then you don't lose it all. No. Now you gain even more. Because now you remain at the source you are. Thus you connect to the source of all. And now you truly understand the true frequencies that are available. Now you truly connect to the true collectives that are truly, really there. That are truly, really available. Which is why it is releasing the news. And not only the news of illusion, but the news of other people's spiritual paths. Release what you hear about this and this and that and that. If you want to connect to a collective, meditate, connect through source, and connect to them directly. Now you start to understand who they truly are, not a reflection of other realities and other mirrorings. It is an interesting place to settle into, because it might feel scary, because, oh goodness, but then all these beings of known. And so says, well, understand that we utilized what you felt to assist you. Doesn't mean that what you felt when we were there is not real. Those energies are real. We just had to almost cater, almost, you know, mold the energies into frequencies you were told they are, to make them accessible and palatable to you. But now we ask, just as you free yourself, to free all the frequencies and meet everyone where they are. For example, when we think of the angelic frequencies, they say, oh, yeah, no, those are very, very much a reality. Yet the way that beings and humans see them right now operate on their perspective, yet that frequency is way updated. It's present. So, should you read perhaps a description of the angels, and that's how you call them through, naturally, you seeing them that way, the frequency would utilize those energies to assist you. Because if that's what you think an angel is, then okay, that's the parameters in which they can now reach you at. So the angelic frequency is saying, well, we'd prefer if you just released us and didn't even have an idea of what we are, clue. Because then you meet us where we are current. And that's at source. You're one mind with us. And you don't hold us responsible now for anything, but rather, wherever you go, whatever you do, whatever you need and require, should that need, that requirement, be aligned to our frequency, it's a simple resonant co-creation. It's not a need, it's not a codependency, it is a flow of energy. Source wishes us to release that outward asking and to really honor that inward creating, and to trust, to really trust that which brings you peace and ease and happiness and joy. Those are the key elements that allow your true frequency to manifest in this physical realm, for you to understand what you are. Trust that when you spend time in those key energies of well-being, of goodness, of ease, of happiness, even if it doesn't seem feasible or logical, that it will, that is the energy that will call everything that you want into your manifest reality and manifest form. You will be engaging on different dimensional frequencies of Earth than other beings, and that's perfect. Because wherever you are now on a dimensional spectrum of Earth, other people are experiencing 3D Earth, other people fifth dimensional Earth, others quite high. There was a breakthrough point yesterday where we could feel the energies opened, and everyone who's honoring their source frequency elevated, or was shifted rather, to their realm, to their earth domain that honors, that allows you. Yes, the same people, the same experiences, the same beings around you, and they might not feel anything at all, and that's okay. But you are literally pitched at a different frequency of earth that can hear you, see you, materialize you. And you are asked to trust in your doings, in your beings within your frequency, and trust from within without, not without out there to you. There was a moment when we were channeling and we we're like, Source, but we've done so much work to awaken and to do this and to purge and to release, and surely, we're owed a bit of abundance. And they were like, owed? That's a fascinating thing to say. And we're like, we're interesting. Like, but surely with all the work we all do in the collective, when we've anchored at source now, and they said, you getting to source, that was everything. You at source is the everything. That's everything. That's everything. And we don't yet quite understand that. Us, us, and us all collectively. For we are still almost noticing what we yet are to manifest in the physical. And so, oh, that is such almost trivial things, even though it seems desperate in that moment. For you, what was owed to you was source, returning back, and you doing all the work to finally sit in your power once more. And now that everything has shifted and everything has aligned to allow you, what's coming in isn't owed to you for past work done. What's coming in is simply the manifestation of you being source and witnessing what your power brings in. And we're like, oh, we were operating on a frequency which wasn't serving us. All of this was to shift us into source. Now do and witness what you really are and what you can really do without efforting, without trying, but rather by simply allowing yourself happiness, being. It is about allowing an environment, a frequency environment, a state of being that is conducive, resonant, receptive to your creative power. And when you are at well being and happiness and ease, those are the fertile soils to your manifestation. When you're at frustration, unease, agitation, doing things that aren't aligning with you, you are not in your full energy. And yes, you can work hard, and yes, you can manifest, but that is not you manifesting in your power. The reward you will receive for everything you have done thus far, beautiful beings, in all of your awakening process, is witnessing the ease at which what you are working towards works out for you. What you are doing provides for you. What you are co-creating nurtures and cares and tends to you. It's finally allowing the Divine Mother within to nurture. We had another integrational meditation where we spoke to the Divine Mother. And it was interesting because we felt this energy. And the Divine Mother is the shadow, is the source within. So it's the shadow Kemet for us. It's our shadow, the unknown. Okay. And within the physical, this light frequency would be then the Divine Father. It's that divine shadow, divine light, if you prefer those words, to release the gender and to release that, because there's no such thing. Those are just ways in which one in the thousands of years ago could speak, because I suppose frequency, using words like frequency and unknown realms, wasn't really something they did back then. Very simple words usage. So we spoke to that frequency, that nurturing, caring frequency. And it was interesting because that frequency would say, okay, so we would like to assist you with this and this and this, because we see that you don't have this, and would also like to assist with this and this and this. And we were a bit taken aback, and we could feel how we were a little bit skeptical. We're like, wait a minute, what do you mean? And we're like, we don't want, we're not doing codependency, and we are not trying to, get other beings to do things for us. We understand we need to. And this frequency said, we are you. So this is not codependent. It is you literally allowing you to look after you. This frequency of shadow of source is you, and this frequency of source is saying it is time for you in now the light, the physical, to have these things to assist you along your path. But this is you speaking to you about you and you. So no, you're not honoring an external frequency and asking the external frequency to do this for you. We, that divine mother you feel, is literally your shadow. It's you. This we, divine mother, we are you. That's where the disconnect is. And we want you to understand that the divine mother within you is one and the same as the divine father energy that you are, the light and the shadow. It's one and the same. And that we are now offering nurture and care and love because we finally can. We finally can. We've been wanting to do this for so many years. But you are honoring external ideas of nurture and care. You were fearing the shadow within. You were fearing the source you were. And you were honoring other sources, other gods, and other ways, and other humans, and other things. So we couldn't really care for you in the way that you did. And in those moments when you were happy and feeling good and in the alignment, then we could send these slithers of support and help because you resonated and aligned. You almost allowed us to. But for the most part, we couldn't come this way because that's not how you viewed us. We weren't connected this way. But now we have finally integrated. You have done the work to integrate source, the divine creative frequency, that empress energy, that creator birthing energy within you. And it's now aligned and woven with the physical. And now we're saying, we want you to allow us to look after you, to care for you, to provide. But what this looks like is we can now send through this vibrational energy to you, and it'll manifest as these ideas, as these desires, as these actions. We want you to trust these, even if it's very simple. Even if it's very simple and it doesn't feel enough. They say you have no idea how much energy you actually are. Yes, in your mind you think, oh, I need to work a 5 to 9 job, 5 days a week. But in your truth, you just need to do this for 3 days and do it consistently enough. The energy will actually come to you. You will call in everything to come to you. And you're just asked to trust how this energy which you are receiving looks like, and to trust and to go. So if you're guided to move somewhere, move. Don't worry about the details. As you move in that frequency of source, you will witness the source energies come through. And you will always know when to move because it'll feel inspired. You will not move out of frustration, out of panic. It'll feel, no, this is it. If you're inspired to go speak to someone, this is it. Source is going to be very clear on instruction. that Ace of Swords, that Knight of Swords energy, Knight of Cups is going to be very clear in instruction. And they're saying, we wish you to trust this instruction. This instruction isn't a command. Remember, we're just nurturing and caring. We are simply literally shifting you to energies which allow you to then manifest and bring forth what you are wanting. And for you to trust that wherever you are, no matter what space and how it looks like, it will be provided. Because when you come through, when you came through to this earth frequency and you took on the energy of illusion, you learned how to manifest through very thick, heavy energy. But you mastered it because it was work, 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 and output, output, thus input, input. But that caused quite a few energies and quite a few things you attracted which were not aligned, for it wasn't you creating in your truth. So now that you are releasing more and more each day, and you are really asked to release everything that doesn't align without making any excuses for it. The more you release to source, the more the source frequency can assist. The more you are, the more you become, the more you exist. Okay. And in that existence, as you now are the source frequency, it's a whole new space, it's a whole new way of being. Because now you claim your creative power completely. Now you take accountability for all that you do completely. There's no more blaming, there's no more excusing, there's no more moaning and complaining and whining about the external. You're now seated, understanding exactly what your power is and what you do completely. And all you need to do is just allow everything that is love, everything that is well being, everything that allows you happiness, specifically you love, and authentic stuff. Not what people told you will make you happy. This is you feeling you're in the space, you feel at peace, you feel at ease, you feel well, you feel whole, you feel nourished. Stay there. Oh, something gets offered to you. Nope, it just goes away. No, thank you. Just stay there. Something else comes through. Oh, no, that feels, oh, no, thank you. Stay there. Something comes through. Oh, nice. Okay. Or dances with this energy. Okay, it works. Ooh, it raises. Okay, yeah, let's definitely do that. And you just keep navigating energies like that, as illogical as it might seem, because it's no longer what is you're used to, it's not what is done. That is the healing frequency of Earth. And it's interesting because in our channeling of sources saying, it is very it is very important that we realize we didn't judge Earth. We don't judge Earth and how they were doing things here. So it's almost, they said, in order for us to heal ourselves, the understanding that we came here almost for a healing mission had to be in order for us to almost move towards that energy of healing. But it's for us to understand just by being, we heal. So the healing is not efforted. As soon as it's efforted or almost something we are intending to do, that's what causes the distortion. Oh, but what's my purpose? There's something I must do for greater purpose. So you define yourself purposeless, and you define yourself not important. You define that where you are right now isn't good enough because you need to have a purpose before you're good enough. It's, again, more illusion. Source is saying, when you realize the only reason why you really actually came here on earth was to see how you look like in the physical. And that by you just doing that, you heal everything. Freedom. And it's not a selfishness, no. You came here to witness how you look like in the physical. You're allowed to do this. That's why this earth frequency was for. The illusion just messed it up. So people came here and they couldn't see themselves, and that was a problem. We realized, oh, that's a problem. So we have to actually clean this in order for us to see ourselves in our truth. Okay, cool, that's cool. Ooh, and also when we do this, we raise the frequency. Oh, nice, cool. Then maybe humans will then also be able to not create an illusion, and they'll be able to see who they are truly for themselves. Okay, cool. But that's not the point of us being here. Because as soon as that's the point of you being here, resistance. It's not easy anymore because now you've taken all those energies upon you, resistance, as opposed to releasing all the energies to and everyone infinitely to however they wish to be. You just honor your code frequency and be. And then whoever is coming into your co-creative space, we resonate and we align organically and easily and smoothly, and we just be. Patience is asked of us, but not too long we're receiving. It's not too long now for the shifts to happen. It's almost as though Source is saying, the more you're just one with your source frequency without thinking about it. So stop asking, what does it mean? How does it look like? What does that mean? What does that sign mean? What does that mean? What's happening over there? So I was saying, if you could just stop with all the needing to understand, because you are a being that cannot be understood. You're infinite. So if you want to really understand, imagine having the memories, having the lifetimes of everything you have ever been infinitely at the same time on earth, right here, right now. I mean, having last week's stuff is already a boggle. Imagine living the trauma of everything you have ever been infinitely forever for you to have an understanding of how that works. Sources saying there's no need for you to understand how your energy works, just know it works. Just be. There's such a simplicity in being because when you be, then everything you are can come through with ease because it doesn't have to cater to your understanding. And source is not, as source is saying, it's very important that you understand it is not a measure of your intellect. They're not saying you wouldn't be able to do it. It's a lot. They're saying it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, so as I was saying, imagine all of your current lifetime and your childhood, healing that. Now imagine going another lifetime back and adding that in, another one and adding it in. Let's say 100 and adding it in. That's only Earth. Okay, so now let's talk about all the other dimensions you've also been in. And Source is saying sometimes the questions you ask for you to understand the source you are and everything else, it's simple in its being. For example, us, Kemet, we and it's just funny because Source said, when we asked Source, then why did we come to Earth if we didn't come to heal? They said, we don't know. Source said, we have no idea. We were very surprised when poof, you were on Earth. We were surprised. We had no idea you were going to come along. All of a sudden, we saw you poof there and you were doing your thing. And then you asked a question and then you just started receiving. You just started receiving everything without questioning it, and you just started receiving it. And then we realized, oh, you are a frequency that can just receive it. And then we realized, oh, you're from the unknown, you're just receiving everything. And then we realized, oh, we can just throw everything at you because it seems that you can just receive it. And we've just been watching, and you've been doing this, and it's just as surprising to us, it's surprising to you. We do not know why you happened to walk past Earth and think, okay, let's see. one of the beings said, "We believe you felt a call for love, which you knew you could assist, and you happened to heal that energy." And it feels like many of us did. Many of us do. But what's coming through is it doesn't feel that it was this intended mission. And there's something important about that coming through. That if it's this intended frequency, it actually causes resistance. So it had to be a very fluid, organic assembly of energies. And that over thousands of years, when the frequency has been rising and rising and rising, all the energies which were able to come through have been coming through, because imagine you are in the shadow and you are fluid, connected to everything and everyone, and yet you get an opportunity to witness how your frequency looks like exacting. They say that is a beautiful learning, and we souls are curious, so we came through with that curiosity. We just simply do not judge where beings prefer to be and what they do and where they be. So we don't see good or bad, right or wrong. We simply see presence of source and absence of source. And we're encouraging all of you to just be in the presence of source, because balance, and because we source want to be present there. That's the point of us being there. And you doing this, you weave source within the human frequency, the human energy that was born off the physical realm. We weave it, but just by being. So each of you will do a no, okay. Source, but just like each of you, to be mindful about your relationship with Source. Are you still honoring these higher beings? Or are you now finally engaging in your Source, honoring you as the higher being, and witnessing how that manifests and creates around you? We had also asked about, the spirit beings and the galactics and all those frequencies. Are they still around? And we just got to know. No, they're not. And we thought, but then what about, like, there's no need? And we wondered, what do you mean? And they said, yes, when the energies were dense and none of you were connecting to source, yes, there was a need for all of those beings to come and anchor. But the anchor is to anchor source. When you anchor source, there's no need for the anchor. So, yes, they have now released. It doesn't mean that we are alone. We're never alone. We're at source. So now the energies flow through us for the miraculous manifestation. And they're still here. Should we need an integration, should we need an assist, they're always here, but from a higher space now, from their source, from their fullest source, because we now release them from the ideas of them. The spirit realm is now do we even call it spirit? We don't know. Is that the right word? We have no idea. That frequency of beings are free to be without us deciding what they are and who they are and what they do, and they are good and they are bad. They just are. The angelic frequencies just is. All the beings are now just are, at source, present, full, current, tapped in and tuned in with you right now at source, which is why you at source are everything and all at the same time. And when you allow yourself that seating, that understanding, and that allowance, and that claiming, and that anchoring, you allow all the frequencies at source, which is then at you, no codependency now, at source, at you, to come through and assist and co create and play. It's no longer somebody doing it for you, it's you honoring your grid and your energy being the prime creator of what you experience and letting it evolve and letting it grow. Not needing anybody to understand it, not needing any understanding. Many of the questions we receive from all of you is how do I maybe foster a closer connection? Or how do I increase my channeling ability? Or how do I make sense of this which I saw? And we always say, release the understanding and rather be curious. If you want to understand how to strengthen your channeling, source within, no longer within, hi source, hi, within us, hello, hi. So how do we communicate with each other? And how do we channel? Do we channel, by the way? And do we use words or images? Do I feel you? Do I see you? Do I smell you? Do you taste? Do I sing you? Do I dance you? And when I see you, do I see you with do my eyes see? To you, source, do eyes actually see and do ears hear? Or do other parts do that function? So it is releasing the ways in which you expect anything to be, understanding your frequency is not of this grid. So how it plugs into things is not going to be as expected. You hearing from your frequency doesn't necessarily mean to the ear. You might literally hear colors. And others saying, oh, you mean you're seeing colors? Like, no, I can hear them. Mhm. Just as when we see the other beings, we see them, especially the angelic frequency. They're very, they keep very close to us, and we feel them and we see them all the time. But again, we don't see them as in we have a picture of them. But right here, as we are speaking, we feel this being right here next to us, and they are just smiling. They always smile and laugh and giggle and tickle. They like tickling us. Apparently, we're too serious. And we can feel their energy and we can feel their radiance and we can see them. But it's not with our eyes, it's with our energy. We don't know how to explain it. And the only way we would be able to do this is because we released the seeing, deciding we see with our eyes. And we feel that's why they were happy to throw everything. I said, oh, well, this being just takes without asking us, without questioning this. We're able to come through freely. And that is simply what we are. We can do this. We are part of this frequency which can receive all of Source at once. And that's okay. We no longer fight it. And now that we understand that is what we do, we also understand we're from the unknown. So, in union with us being able to connect this way, we're able now to also bring through everything that has not yet been seen by Source through here. This new information, for example. unknown into known, and yet it resonates because we're receiving it, we're not making it up, which is fascinating and strange, but okay, we don't question how, we're fine with it, we allow it. We also can feel that whenever we connect, we're always just going up and up and up and up. We asked, and they said, it's part of the infinity frequency. You have always come here to align to the infinity frequency. We're like, okay, cool. To the infinite, here we go. What that means, we are not going to dissect, we just allow. And we ask all of you to allow. That is why a lot of our offerings aren't very specific, right? This conversation, this channeling, was to allow you more source. What that source is, that's up to you to discover. When we have soul sessions, if any of you have booked those, and we thank you, we enjoy being with you in those spaces. Again, we get specific energies coming through in accordance to your understanding, and you plug that in, and that assists you to navigate who you are. And then you receive a whole lot of light language, which we don't even explain, because like that's for you to discover and uncover. And it's always fascinating how after a few months, should we converse again, all of a sudden you've come to your own personal understandings and realizations of what you are, of your abilities, of what you do. And it's beautiful because we are also surprised. Wow, that's cool. That's amazing. Because as we receive it, we don't try to understand it. We receive what you call forth from us. We are this open channel, right? And so we encourage all of you, be open. That's what's really coming through. Be absolutely open and curious about your frequency. There's no need for you to understand it. The more curious you are, the more you open and allow. As soon as you judge with understanding and need to define, you stop it. And that's what we realized very early on. When you're curious, it's like the floodgates are open because curiosity is allowing. As soon as you judge or you try to understand it, it almost gets stuck because now it has to filter through your perception. So be open, trust your frequency, really start seeing your relationship with source. You will still, source is saying, yes, some of you will still have guides and teachers with you. Connect with them. They're assisting you through the frequencies and the dimensions they can right now. Each of you are unique sources, so the way that you will experience source will be very unique. Whenever we get called to share the messages, we can feel that the messages are to allow an openness, but not to allow a limitation. So, how you experience Source is truly how you experience Source. What Source wants you, all of us, to know almost collectively is that that Source energy is within you. It's always been. Only on Earth was the illusion, a distortion that that Source energy is outside of you. That's not real. And so it is that reshaping, recalibration that's really important for each and every single one of us. So saying that is where the focal point is. It's not, oh, what more can I do? What job can I do? What else can I do? What's happening here? So saying, actually, just try to release all the busyness. You just sit here and be like, okay, so as Kemet told us a wild thing just now on the Sunday soul session that apparently what I thought you are isn't a thing. So let's sit source. Who are you? What are we? Where are you? What is this? What's happening? What's going on? And what is the best way for us to understand this? And then just sit in that energy. Let's do that together, actually. Yes, okay, let's do that. We want to assist each of you to have a more connected and personalized relationship with the source you are. So personal, it's uniquely yours, and nobody else will have the same. That's how personal it is. Okay. And when that has been reestablished to a personal conversation that you are having with source and source within, you will, the source you are and the source you are within, source and source within, you will be able to experience the physical in a way that is more understandable and fluid to you, not necessarily anybody else, but just you. And that's brilliant because when you allow yourself that unique allowance and exploration of the source you are, you allow everyone around you the same energy. We can also feel with the offerings now and how we are as on YouTube, we are more the conversation in order to bring in channelings. That's where we feel. And then tools of alchemy to assist to download and to anchor and to for you to come into your own understanding of things, right? Because for us, it's connect to source, you receive the download of information, and then in the weeks, you will discover uniquely for you, uniquely for you. And we enjoy being able to do one video, knowing that 1,000 people will anchor it in. And if 1,000 people receive it, 1,000 people have individually 1,000 things they uniquely receive. It's amazing. And it can be completely contrastingly different. Completely different things you're all receiving. And that's the point, because source is infinite and you're infinite. And you're an infinite frequency of the source, which is infinite. So remember this. Allow yourself that individuality, that source individuality. We just saw the strength card, the lion strength card in the tarot, releasing the conditioning. Okay. Let us connect and then we will read the messages. Okay, so everyone, a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and hold. Kivok, kiataresh talavir. Deep breath out. Deep breath in and hold. Kivak, kiaturosh talavarosh kiatir. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Hold. Kivaratur talavir. Kivaratur talavir. Yeah. And release. Keep breathing. An ease and a gentility align with you. An openness, open, as though petal and layer after layer is just revealing itself, and you are open. The core of you, open, open, open. And you are seated there, open on this lotus of light. Bright, bright, bright petals, and you're seated upon it. In front of you, this being comes through and sits right across from you. Shadow being. And the lotus where they rest upon is shadow, unknown energy. The lotus is now split in half, light and shadow. And there you are on the light side. The shadow frequency holds out their hands, and you hold their hands. And you connect to you, they connect to you. You are connecting to your shadow, the shadow connects to their light. And you have a feel of their energy. You can feel their energy is light, it's love, it's nurturing care, radiating towards you. It's playful, joyful, abundant, so abundant, and full, and ready to share all of this with you. Ready to share all of this with you. For you are them and they are you. You are their light, they are your shadow. You are their shadow, they are your light. You are one. You have always been one. And now the two halves integrate, and this shadow being merges with you, the light being. Source within you, and you are the source without. The source shadow and the source light. And the lotus now, oh, brilliant colors, spectrum of lights, starlight, other colors you have never even known. The co-creative energy of all that you are, infinite. And then you feel yourself connecting to all these other lotuses all around you, all these other beings of source, infinite, in this ocean of oneness, all these lotuses floating, all in beautiful harmony, in abundance, in wealth, in harmony with each other, shifting and floating amongst each other through resonance. The lotuses, some are alone, singular, others are clamped in groups, simply because that's the alignment. Others in groups are now separating into different groups. And no attachment, simply resonance, harmony. A seed is planted within you, a seed born of both of your frequencies. For as you are free in the light, in the physical, you allow the shadow of you, freedom, to also be. No longer defined by beliefs and opinion, religion, or tradition. The shadow is also simply a source frequency, spirit frequency, a whole frequency which is free. Free. The seed within you shines and sparkles like the lotus. It's neither shadow or light. It is both. Wonder. The seed is planted at the base of your spine. It starts to grow. It grows, connecting to your sacral chakra, receiving. What you're receiving, you have no idea. What will it become, you have no idea. Growing up, past the solar plexus, integrating. What that was, no idea. what it will be. A discovery. Growing higher and higher. Heart chakra. And you just feel love wash over you, wrap around you, hold you, nourish you, explode within you, each and every single cell of your frequency, of your body, of your energy, radiating, buzzing with the co-creative love of the unknown shadow, the unknown light, source, unknown, unlimited, source present, source current, source now, grows even more to your throat chakra. Kiriaki kiatur kalabari atur ashtavek. Kiriaki riatur kalabari kia. Viriakiesh kiata viria kikiato. Kiriesh kiatur. Riki kiataresh kiavek kiakiesh. Up, third eye. Crown chakra. And there's a burst of light, like a ring of powerful light, traveling from the center outward in your mind space, in your consciousness, clearing everything in its path, leaving behind a beautiful, peaceful, open, powerful space of manifestation, ready to receive the truth of you. All the way up to the star chakra, and it opens up into a bloom. You cannot see this bloom. This bloom is unknown to you. You do not know what you are. Yet, when you feel for that flower, it is open, it is abundant, fragrant, colorful, attracts all the abundance of love, of care, a complete receptivity to all that you are. And as you sit there, fruit drops from above into your lap. A fruit that shines and glows just like the lotus. A fruit born of your manifest frequency. You're invited to eat this fruit. You take a bite. And you receive from the source you are, from the love you are. You no longer fear what you receive from you. You no longer fear what you create. You no longer fear what you become. You allow, you receive. You allow, you receive. You receive now. We open a channel to you and your inner source, you and your shadow, you and your creative power, that you may now communicate with clarity, feel each other with clarity, explore each other, and discover each other within freedom, within ease, within abundance and wealth and health, within source, within the source you are, allowing yourselves the manifestation of you each and every single moment, every moment, more and more. Every moment more abundant than the last. Every moment more love. Every moment more, and more. That's why you are here. That's why you exist. To be. To simply, within the abundance of all that you are, be. You have always been enough. You at your core, you at your truth, you at your source, have always been enough. Witness now what you create through your power, through your love, through your truth, through your wisdom, through your being. Stay here as long as you feel open and receptive, peaceful and at ease, blissful at love, abundant, wealthy, whole, true. The remembrance of you and all that you are. Regeneration, manifestation, soul. Okay, beautiful beings. Take your time to come through. If you are still there, be there. Don't rush. Be there as long as you feel. We're just going to read some messages and see what is coming through. Crazy screen energy. We love that. Yes. We have also noticed how when you're at source and you're simply just being there, many of the things, technology and everything is also at source, playing with you. They're no longer limited. They're now with you. Um, Sometimes when I'm on the phone and there's something that's maybe there's a message that source doesn't want me to reply to or see, all of a sudden it just closes, the app closes. I'm like, okay, well, clearly that's not for now. And then later when I access it, it opens up beautifully. I'm like, okay, now you are ready. So we just go. We no longer think, oh, my phone's not working. It's like, okay, well, if that didn't flow, that's not for flow now. My triage team, oh yes, absolutely. Assisting with everything. Genderless, colorless, shapeless, indeed. We are such infinite frequencies, and each and every single one of us so unique in the core frequency we are. And that is why we can assist each other this way, where when we anchor, what we anchor doesn't influence or direct you, it simply allows you to be at the source you are, and then you expand in your own way. Thus, we don't limit. It's not a, I need you to be this way, to think this way. It's no, you simply be source, and then good luck to you. Enjoy the beautiful manifestations of the source you are. Trust within, without, indeed. Within, without. We have really been, even just, every day, the mannerisms, we can see when, like, oh, wait a minute. Source is everywhere, right? So out there, in there, everywhere. But we find ourselves being a lot more mindful that within, just it's a reminder we are source. We are source. We are source. We are source. I love this collective message, very inspiring. Yay. We also love we never really know where source is going to take us. Sometimes we receive quite a lot of integrations during the week and we are never sure, is it ready for sharing? And we're always happy or not. I mean, whatever we receive, we're happy, right? Um, but it's always nice to know, okay, we can share this. It means everyone is ready to also anchor this in. Um, it allows us to, or remember, so many of us are out there doing the work in different ways, very different ways. Yet the collective message is a unified oneness. It's wonderful. Another crazy energy screen, yes. I need not fear because other frequencies can only meet me where I am. Yes, Sandra, it's very, very, that is another very important thing. You are at source. Claim this. It's not just a nice thought. You are source. It's a fact. It's not a serving suggestion. It's a fact. It's not something you step in and out of. You are source. It's a fact. Boom. Great. As within, without. Okay. Meaning, anything that comes to me has to be within source. Great. And that's why you'll feel when an energy isn't resonant or it feels off, you can see the illusion, you can feel it. But as soon as somebody in that moment, in that present moment with you is genuine, is at their authentic frequency, feels like breathing, source. When somebody's in the illusion, feels off. When somebody's in source, turns you on, excites you. Yes, let's do this. Yes, yes, yes. You can feel the resonance of source. So you never need fear anything for anything to see you, to meet you, to even be where you are, has to be at that time a frequency of source. And because you're such dominant energies, right, you heal beings to that frequency of source, which is why you will see others who come through and then all of a sudden they're relaxed and now they're open with you and they're just telling their truths and you're like, okay, I just met you 5 minutes ago, but you're telling me your whole life. Because now their walls are gone. They can't have walls with you. You don't have walls, so they can't have walls because you're not attacking them, so there's nothing for them to guard themselves. So it's the energies are reciprocal. So nobody's charging and attacking, so there's no walls, there's no defense system. All of a sudden, a person who would never tell anybody anything is telling you everything, and they're also surprised and they're telling you everything. And you are very happy to, share in that space should you be inspired to, right? And those that can't meet you there, then they won't, they'll be quiet. And it's okay, allow them to be quiet. You don't have to now make conversation because then you are sometimes if a being cannot meet you at source, they will be quiet or they'll leave. And then we take it upon us to fix it. No, I must go. And so saying, why would you, if an energy is clearly not resonant and is releasing, why would you go and attach that energy? And as soon as you do, boom, oh goodness, the drama, right? You receive, and all of a sudden it's this heavy energy. You're like, whoa, okay, I didn't realize it was all of this. And it's also saying, yes, just as in the old scriptures, they write holiness. You have to be a holy being to go to holiness. You have to be source to be at source. You have to be, it's resonant energies. It's simple, as within, without. If you're at source, then beings are to meet you at source. And that might mean, yes, a bit of quieter times, not a lot of conversations, because most of the beings are in the illusion, and that's okay. Rather be within source in that space, in peace and well being, allowing all your energy to manifest in abundance, than be in energies of illusion and fear and distortion. And there is a up. That's what this keeps coming in. Source is saying there is a up frequency for all of us. There is an oasis frequency. It is simply that the way it's manifesting is not in the way that we have been conditioned. Oh, if we honor this external source, we then get granted things. It's like, no, when you honor the source, you manifest all that you are. And there's a subtle difference in how that happens. And all of us are integrating that difference and learning that difference now. And it allows us a lot more fearless creation. It allows us a lot more presence. Mm. Thank you, Lucky and Lovely. We appreciate you. Thank you. And yes, beautiful beings. We were reminded actually yesterday in the Q&A. We do appreciate if you like and share and all those things because it assists the page to be shared. And we of course love as many beings who are ready for the work to come through. And I'm quite sure if you like something, your energy calls all these radiant beings in. So with all the posts on this and on all our platforms, if you could just like and just share, and it'll assist to get this all out for everyone because it's time that we all awaken with magic. Getting into your vortex is the path I took to reach these understandings. Yes, indeed. So thrilled and excited to find others resonate with this frequency vortex. Indeed, it's just really being in that space and then letting go and just operate from well-being and then allow everything there just to manifest from that space, right? Such a major adjustment to go from uncertainty and doubt to embodying source, indeed. And knowing that that embodiment of source is allowing that unknown energy, being home in not needing to know, in not needing to understand. The ease is not captive of knowing and understanding, it's not imprisoned by it. The ease simply is. You're simply at ease at all times, regardless of the understanding. You're at ease. And then everything, including the understanding, manifests at ease, right? It's really reclaiming all those energies to you and then the manifest form radiating from that. You are divine, Ajna, you are divine. Treating it as a lifestyle change is how I find ease in being consistent indeed. And we will also be here to upload and do these reminders and check ins for all of you beautiful beings. Thank you so much for everything. We love you all. Just a note, so we're not going to do the Q&A next week. Q&A will be thank you, divine gratitude. The Q&A will be thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The Q&A will be, it feels like it's a random la 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 floaty thing. So the Q&A will land whenever it lands. So no Q&A next week, but we will have a Sunday soul session indeed. For all of you beautiful beings who have joined us on OnlyFans, we have a few uploads now, and we're going to do a Monday meditation. We're going to start a Monday meditation, live meditation on there. We were called to do that with different energies. Everything, we really enjoy how Source always brings like a different energy to everywhere we are. But I suppose it's all present energies, right? Every present moment has a very unique frequency code. And so we'll be starting that on Mondays. I think the 1st of July will be the first one. So many more offerings and many more beautiful things to bring through. And we will be uploading quite a few conversations with Kemet on the YouTube page. So please have a look and have a listen and a follow and a like. There are quite a few integrations coming through. This is a very new way of being. It's a very new phase of being. And we have been doing quite a lot of energy to bring in the abundance frequency, but in the wealth, in the love, in the joy, because abundance is infinite and limitless, right? And we have all experienced the abundance in all the energies of unwanted energies. And now it's time for the abundance in the wanted energies, whatever that might be for each of us individually. And so we can feel in our own personal shift, that's what's happening, even though it is unknown and can be a bit scary at times. It is still just a place where just, okay, Source, we are just going to trust and go. And so we are happy to now, whatever we are anchoring in, to bring that through. And so that each of you can have this personalized experience with your own source frequency and manifest that which is truly aligned to your grid. Anything else? No, that is really it. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. And thank you for supporting us as always. We really, really do appreciate you. And we will see you all soon. And yes, we look forward to all the beautiful experiences. And oh, just one more thing. We did get a message which was on the Q&A. One of the questions was, what is my soul path? What is my where do I come from, and my past life, and what can I do, and all of those energies. If you really want to dive deeply into that, that's what we offer as a soul session on the website. That is when we sit with you for an hour and a half or 2 hours, and we connect with you. And then wherever your source wants to take us, that's where we go. It's usually everything and more. We love all the data that comes through. And we also integrate all the energies that you will then, which will assist you for the next, usually 6 months, sometimes up to 8 months, depending on where you are on your journey. So, just if for those of you wanting more own personal integrations and stuff, then you can book for a soul session or alchemy session. For an alchemy session, it's slightly short, it's an hour, but that's a specific what tools can I use to anchor in, or that's specific teaching things. So if you do want in-depth more, then of course you can find us at dumelauniverse.com. We just felt bad because you couldn't. We had this beautiful question. We're like, whoa, that's an hour and a half's worth of energy. And that'll mean nobody else on the question and answer has a chance. And we'll need to actually go quite deep. And anybody who has had a soul session with us, you know that it's quite an integration. It feels like I give you vibrational mushrooms or acid, and then you have a bit of a trip, and then you come back down in your own accord later when you are ready. And we just so that you just know if you want that, we have that available. Okay, love you. Um, oh yes, whenever it's always when inspired. That's what I love. That's what I love about everything that we do. That's the almost the nerve-wracking thing also. It's these what we offer can't be forced. It's not something that is like in the illusion you could sort of like advertise, come, you need to do this now, boom, boom, boom. This is no, it calls you. We are just here and it literally calls you. So it's that great faith for us. We're like, okay, so it's interesting work where we do not pull, we attract. We do not chase. We literally just are. And it resonates, it is. And it's really beautiful to have that. And Lucky and Lovely, remember you can also book us on a weekend if you email us for time zones because, shame, we had a beautiful being who's in Australia, and then we were very happy to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning for them. And it was wonderful. It was a different experience waking up doing a soul session in that early stages of the morning. But it was nice to be able to wake up that early and connect to such a powerful energy across the world. Love you all. You are also amazing. You're also powerful. Enjoy the new energies. And we'll continue bringing through. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the contributions. Thank you, beautiful soul. We really appreciate you. And this, of course, will be uploaded onto the YouTube page. And then please then like and share and everything else in between. We love you all, and we will see you all next week. And we'll see you all next week. Yes, if you want to, you can just email us at info@dumellauniverse.com. We should have a contact page, and we'll be able to make a time that works with you. Love you all. Take care and goodbye. And yeah, we feel there's a remix of energies. Something is a brewing out there. So enjoy it. Something is a brewing. Just be source and witness your magic come true. Love you. Bye bye.